So I got a new mic. If it sounds better, I don't know. This is Bitcoin at the New York Open. It did a rise, then a drop. Same shit with DOT. Rise and drop. ETH. Rise and drop. Now, for me, in this pattern, this pretty much, this is the stop hunt that we've been waiting for here. If it is valid, if it doesn't break down, remember people, this pattern can break down from here. If it's gonna break down anywhere, it's gonna break down here. Yeah. Why would it break down if it did break down? It's quite simple. If the market maker looks at his books, yeah, and he sees that there's too much liquidity to the long side and there's not enough short interest, then he won't do the move. But if there is, it's a game over. And the way I'm looking at the chart on the higher time frames, the volume is trapped. It's been trapping volume for 2 months nearly, 2 straight months. Yeah, it's been it's been trapping the volume for 4 straight months. No, 3 straight. No, two to this day. Bang on, 2 to this day. 21st. It's been trapping volume for 2 months to this day. Yeah. How long did it trap volume for here? 19th at 5th. Can't make it up, guys. 19th of the 7th. You cannot make that up. You cannot make that shit up. 2 months they did it, then they moved. Wow, I have not realised that. Gives me this is more of a probable chance now. The same shit happens over and over again. They got the contracts for 2 months. People were scared for 2 months. I'm not saying this can't break down and come down here. I'm fully aware of that. But unless Bitcoin breaks the 28k mark, like I said, we're still in a bull market. If it breaks 28k, it's gone. Run from your positions. No financial advice. That's what I'd be doing. Yeah, let's take a deeper dive in the short time frame. So I said Bitcoin could come down to this zone here for the stop hunt, and it could well likely do that now. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, it could come down here, then bounce, or it could come down here and just fall like a bitch. Dot came to the stop hunt area perfectly and bounced straight away. This is projecting, guys. This is the power of projection. I drew the box. It might have done it. It might have not. It did it. Great. Why? Because I understand that they want their liquidity back. That's all it is. It's that simple. It might sound too simple, but it's that simple. They had short contracts. I'm back to dot. They had short contracts here, and there were loads of stop losses here. Right, we're going to mark it up. I'm not going to let them cunts see a fucking big profit. You see on the way up how they're constantly trapping the volume short. They're constantly trapping the volume. And by constantly trapping the volume, they're constantly liquidating long positions. They're constantly making the long scared. And I actually spoke to someone at work about this pattern. He said, until Bitcoin breaks above, because I spoke to him about it. It's done a pattern. I'll draw it. It does this. It essentially has done this. This isn't an Elliott wave or anything, guys. This is the 3 levels of the market. Yeah, it's right there. He says, until it breaks up here, there's no reason to go long. Well, if you understand the pattern, yeah, what'll happen? You'll go long, you'll see a small profit, and you'll get wiped out. Then it goes long again, right? I'm not going long until it breaks above this. It breaks above, you get wiped out again. Right, I'm not going long until it breaks above this. You're wiped out again. And unless you're buying and holding, the average retail trader won't make much money day trading crypto because they don't understand what is happening. It doesn't really matter for the holder. If you're a holder, I don't know why you're on this video, unless you're interested in what Bitcoin's doing right now. If you're a holder, this video doesn't really have an interest to you. The only video you should have watched is the one where I discuss this pattern. Then you should just be coming to the chart and saying, right, is it doing it? Is it doing it? Or you should be coming to my, if this video, you can watch my videos if you buy and hold, but this is more of a day trading strategy. Yeah, that's the pattern. Look, 1, 2, 3, reverse, create an M. Now, when the marking price up, this is what the pattern will look like. Yeah. When the marking price up, this is what it'll look like. Then I'll have a reset. 1. Because if it just did that, but in the same way, in the same direction each time, yeah, how would the markets move anywhere? They wouldn't. They'd just go sideways if it went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 perfectly. And that's why when the marking price up, the down cycles are smaller and the up cycles are bigger. Yeah? That's what happens when price is being marked up. The up rises are bigger and the down rises are shorter. This is how the market moves, guys. That is how the market moves. Don't try argue with me. It's how it moves. That's how it moves. That's just how it moves. Every single asset, that's how it moves. 1, 2, 3. Every time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hourly, 1 hourly, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, 30 second, 1 second. You name it. That shit happens every single time. It's because it gets people's money and it gives it to the smart people. That's the only reason why. And until it stops working, they're not going to change it. So, right, off topic again. Bitcoin is now, they've recovered the liquidity. What's going to happen next? We don't know. We really do not know what's going to happen next. I'm going to say what's probably likely to happen next. I love this daily low bounce, guys. Let me try to give you a Forex example. I think Euro or USD did it. There. Euro USD did it. They bounced off and they went back up. Yeah. Aussie. That's the power of projection as well, guys. I was done with the Forex. I've made my 50 pips of the day. I was looking at dollar Swiss and Aussie dollar. I got it from dollar Swiss. Why would I want to take a trade on Aussie dollar when I've already got what I wanted for the day? You need to approach the markets with you need to write a set of rules and stick to them. Right? I want to get 50 pips a day. If you get 50 pips a day, you do not give the chance of the market maker getting 1 pip of that back. You dip. Yeah? Right, I want to lose. I'm only willing to lose 2% of my account on each trade. Great. Get a pip calculator. Literally, babypips.com. And use it. Just stick to it. Use it and stick to it. That's all you have to do. And I want to actually speak about gold. This is to prove it doesn't just happen in Forex and just in crypto. Commodities. Gold is a commodity. Now, I did a video before, but I didn't like it, so I remade it. But we went over gold and I just drew this. So, what's happening in gold right now? This is a peak formation. Yeah. Peak. Now, I haven't really wanted to trade gold lately because there's been no cycle. And there's been no reset as well for me, so that's the only reason I haven't touched it. But it's come down to do a down cycle, which it always will do. But that was just anyone's guess when it was going to do that, so I just didn't touch it. Now it's interesting again. Our time frame, people. Right? Peak. level 1 and 2. Why is it level 1 and 2? It just did a straight drop. I mean, you could say that's level 1, that's level 2. I'm just going to call it 1 and 2. Why? ADR's at 434 pip. 888 pip. Yeah. It should be 64, but it's close enough. And then, this is where it gets interesting. Level 3, yeah. This is level 3. I want to see it come down. This is probably a false move. I don't trust this move on gold. They're going to come either whack the Mayo and bring it down. Then they could come up and whack the Mayo for 3 times whacking the Mayo, which is the white line. Then they could come down and do level 3. Or they could just do it twice. But this is what I want to see. Yeah. Right. Level 3. 434 pip. Yeah. Where does that line up to? It lines up to a vector candle and where all the stop losses are. Yeah. And what else does it line up to? Go on the bigger time frame, people. Ignore that fucking bat. That means nothing to me. I've stopped using them. I don't really like harmonic. I don't like any techno analysis except the market structure and the candles and the 50s. All these lines and shit. My chart is not complicated. It might look complicated, this chart, guys. It isn't. It's the Asian session, New York session, London session, 50 MAs and the TDI. That's all it is. And then you use the candlesticks and the structure. This TDI here, I don't base any trades off it, people. It's just there as a guide. It's there as a... I'll give an example. No. I'm just going to tell you. Shark fin. You know what I mean? If I were looking for a short there, we got a shark fin. If I were looking at everything, I wanted to short it, or up there. If I wanted to short it up there, there was a shark fin, and I did just that. I didn't short it. I mean, I'm saying, if I were looking for a short up here, everything ran into a short, and then I looked at my TDI and we had a shark fin. Just that. It's a shark. It's self-explanatory. Shark fin. Yeah. That gives you another probability. So ignore this. I don't use this that much. I'll always check it. If I'm placing a trade, this is the last thing I check. Just put it that way. Anyway. Off topic again. Level 3. I'm looking for a level 3 on gold, yeah? It matches up to the liquidity zone here. And where all the stop losses will be. Now, why do I get this up? Let's have a look. Right. Trap volume. Rise, drop. Trap volume, rise, drop. No. Trap volume, rise, drop. Trap volume, rise, drop. Close to each other. Then they are. Then big rise, drop. Big rise, drop. Big rise. Range out at the top. Drop. Yeah. See on this chart how the first stop punt doesn't go lower than the second stop punt. I'm looking for the second stop punt to go lower to get all the stop losses down here and the liquidity pool. Then I'm expecting a straight away up, and we'll just see what happens, won't we? Gold is very interesting at the minute, people. Now look on the daily time frame on gold. This is another reason why this just gives me more probabilities on top of each other. It's all about stacking it. If it breaks and does this straight away here, let's say, right, this straight away brought us from 1800 to 2005, let's say it goes to 22.5. All the breakout traders will be long as fuck, yeah? Okay? Everyone will be buying gold. Then what does it do? It ranges out, comes and takes the stops out down here. And people, remember, this is... retail traders are looking at this as a fucking cup and handle, yeah? They're going to have the stops all down here. If it comes down here, and it's a 50 MA on the daily time frame. I didn't even see that. More probabilities. Right. Comes here. It breaks out the cup and handle. Comes stop all the cup and handle guys out. And then keeps rising. Then what happens when it gets up here again when they go long? It comes down and stops them out again. If you're not aware of this market structure, it might have been easy to say, right, you buy gold down here and it comes up here. The stop hunt, the traders would have just been wrecked because they don't know what's happening. But yeah, that's my gold sort of perspective, and it looks very nice at the minute. And this ties in with my thought that GBP is going to go up, perform level 2 stop hunt, and then drop to level 3 when the everything else crashes, or if everything else crashes. I just took a swig of water. And dollar wants to drop to do its level 2 retracement and do a level 3 rise. Just all these things adding up together. Now people might look at them, oh, RSI saying this, TDI saying this, Elliott Wave saying this, MACD saying this, fucking bullshit. Fuck off. Yeah? I don't give a shit what that stuff says. It's all bullshit to make you lose money. Remember guys, like, only 5% of traders have this knowledge that this is happening. If you're watching this, you're the 5%. Yeah, use it. I'm not saying go along, I'm not saying put a position on, yeah? Use it to your advantage in the markets. And if you're going to do anything, don't buy up here. If Bitcoin gets to where I think it is, don't buy up at the 100k mark where I think it might go. Yeah? Please don't. If there's one takeaway, don't buy up here. And don't sell when it gets here, here and here. Okay? It's as simple as that. I mean, it doesn't sound that... I mean, you might not think it's that simple, but that's how simple it is. Okay? It is that simple. Really, truly and honestly, it is that simple. Now, let's actually look. I actually looked on Bitcoin on the higher time frame. So we got what? Track volume there. Rise, drop, rise, drop. Rise. Range out, drop. Straight away. Range out, range out, range out, drop, stop hunt, up, 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 up. I haven't even looked at this, guys. If you're not following me, like, rise, rise, drop, trap, rises, rise, drop, yeah, there, rise, big rise, there's a hump, come here, range out, stop hunt, drop, rise, range out, stop hunt, drop, rise, yeah, range out all above here, keep spiking the high, working the high, that's all they were doing. Drop. Remember, it isn't perfect, but it's doing the same shit. It's doing the spikes, it's doing the stop hunt. It's doing it essentially just as well as this did. Yeah, because it's a market structure. You're going to do it to the T, it's going to do it very similarly. As Steve Morrow says, variation on the theme. This is a theme, this is a variation. I hope you've seen this. Then, we're up here. It does a stop hunt, slow steady rise, does a peak above it, big stop hunt down. Don't break this level. Yeah, they didn't break that level. Yeah, didn't break it, okay. And then on the lower time frames, we're looking at being here, and on the high time frames, we're being here, and on the lower higher time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour, we're around here. You just can't. I'm adding everything up, people, and it's just making sense to me. And the tape's telling me to buy as well. Right, just stay safe in the markets. Don't do anything because a YouTuber said it. Remember that. No financial advice here. This is my opinion. I could be completely wrong. And as Jesse Livermore said, don't play another man's game. Yeah? You play your own game. This is a game. It is a game. You don't play another man's game in it. Remember that. Don't listen to anyone else except yourself. Why is it doing that? an ugly cloud. That's found what I asked. I hit the day low again. They brought it down to it, didn't break it. I want to keep this video running for 5 more minutes. We'll chat shit about these for 5 more minutes and then we'll stop. But I hadn't even looked at that, man. I want to take a closer look at this. And I want to come up with a thing as to why. I want to do a full video on this pattern here. I want to do it, in fact, I don't know. I want to do the three patterns on 3 different time frames, but it's the same pattern. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do that video. So that's going to be my next video tomorrow. I'll do my normal London and maybe a New York session, but that'll be an extra video that I do tomorrow. It'll be the 3 patterns on the 3 different time frames on the same asset. And this gold, man, that interests me a lot. I like this gold move on gold. Who knows? It might not do a level 3, but yeah, interesting. The probabilities are there for a level 3, so we'll just wait and see. Sure. Eve's doing. Eve's stair-stepping. Now, let's look at gold again. 'Cause gold did this pattern a while back, guys. I remember watching it doing it. I remember literally sat there in the New York session, right there. I remember sat there watching it happen. So, right, what did gold do? W at bottom, spike, drop, spike, drop. Then it did 3. It did 2 more stair steps. 1, 2. This is interesting. And then it did a chop. We're expecting a chop. That's that. That's that. Might not chop. This might. Right, let me just. Right, big W. Yeah. Range out like that. Spike it, go sideways. 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, so this lines up with what I was saying it might do. Might come up here, chop around for a bit, then spike it. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really interested to see what happens, quite frankly. I'm really, really interested to see what happens. Just very interesting shit in them. We're at a very interesting point in history in trading. Gold is very interesting. Bitcoin is very interesting, and the S&P is very interesting. This looks like a stop hunt for gold. 3 vectors up. Now this candle, guys, is called an evening star in the bigger trading world. But Steve Mara, and I agree with him, he says it's bullshit. It's not an evening star candle. It's not a doji. What it's called is an extra 15 minutes to take your money. That's what it's called. This candle. If this candle finishes something like this, this will be seen as like an evening star or some shit. But no, it's just another 15 minutes to take your money. That stop punt to the daily low rise. Now this might actually not be a stop punt. This could be that. Look on the hour. See how it's done a similar formation. This could be that, but I think they're going to want to take these stop losses out before they move higher and get this liquidity zone. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything. See, I'm going to end the video here, guys. I hope you learned something. If we break below here, then If we break below here and we finish and confirm down here, then I think this pattern's done for. But until then, we don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, I wanna end it. Why did the candle just finish? Oh, I've got it on Helsinki time. It's 20 past. I was expecting to finish at quarter past. It just finished. Finished below the daily low. Right. They're gonna come down to the box. Okay. Ah, what are you doing? Clicked on something. Ooh. So you have to back it up that many times because this app gets rid of your fucking drawings most of the time. I actually didn't notice this pattern on the higher time frames. Remember guys, I drew this triangle for a joke. I'm just making it look pretty. It's on my chart now. See, no one bangs on about this pattern. No one knows about it, man. It's been happening for that long. I just saw it then. See, the same shit happens on different time frames, guys. It's the same shit. Yeah, I want to end it there. I'm actually going to end it. But yeah, what am I expecting? I'm expecting maybe a. Let's go on Ethereum. Ethereum's doing it nicer. It could drop to the 200 EMA and then rise again. But if it drops past these zones here, I'm looking for a stop punt here, and then a rise back up. But if it doesn't, if it comes down here and stop punts, then we're probably going to break down. Then we'll see tomorrow if this pattern's still valid. I don't know if it's going to be valid tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. Goodbye.